Go and speak to Terry. We're talking about Declan Rice. Arsenal, we're going to get some of the bit more information throughout the evening on the back page, I'm guessing, a little bit later, but just before midnight when we do to go through the back pages. But Terry's a West Ham fan. Tell, good evening. Welcome to the Sports Bar. Right. All right, Tell, boy.
So,
hello, Tell.
Oh, Terry.
So, in the...
Tell you in a submarine.
Tell, this line's not great, mate. Oh, no, we can't.
Turn into normal collier. Hey,
Poor old Terry. Can we get Terry back? Let's go and speak to Phil, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Phil.
Hello, Jess. You all right?
Right, that's much better.
Hello,
mate.
Phil.
Evening, Phil.
Yeah, good, mate. First time caller.
Where you been?
Long time listener.
Where you been?
Where have I been?
He's waiting.
No, but where you been? Why first time caller?
He's waiting for his moment.
Oh, I know. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like, you know.
Go on then, Phil.
I just want to know, Jace, why you think Chelsea are not going all out to sign Declan Rice this summer? We've got Kante leaving, we've got Kovacic leaving.
I think Enzo
Mount might be off. Sorry.
I think Enzo. I think that's... And also that fact Mason's leaving. I don't know whether that might be part of it.
Phil, if he had a choice, if Chelsea were in for him, where do you think that he would go?
He's got to play alongside Enzo Fernandez. And
Chelsea are in complete turmoil at the minute. The club is a basket case. Arsenal are very stable. He can see what they're doing with a lot of young players, the style of football they play. He's got his England mates there. He got the run around and Boxing Day against him where he thought, I won't mind playing for a team like that. Why would he go to Chelsea instead of Arsenal?
Well, from my selfish point of view, I'd like to go to Chelsea because he's a great player. But, I mean, who do you think is going to win the Champions League next, Arsenal or Chelsea?
But at the moment, Arsenal are far further down the line than Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea can't win it next year.
They can't win next year because it's not in the Champions League.
I think the fact that we went for Enzo and spent 105 million last season probably put that final nail in the coffin for Declan. It looks like Mason's going to leave. I don't know that, but it looks like he's probably going to. And had Mace still been there under the previous regime, who knows? That may well have been a different story.
Yeah, but Phil, as a Chelsea fan, doesn't it worry you that Mason Mount wants to get out of Dodge Lively because he's the sort of player that Pochettino would want to build his team? He always wants a group of homegrown English. If you look at when he was at Spurs, and it was Harry Kane, Kieran Trippier, Dele Alli, I think Kyle Walker. He had homegrown, Danny Rose.
I mean, not homegrown, but English.
No, English, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wanted that sort of crux of the team. And Mason Mount actually fits that to a T, and the way that he wants to play.
I have no idea why we're not doing everything to sign Declan Rice and keep Mason Mount at the club.
I don't know how much there is of a will on both sides with Mace. I'm not convinced that both sides want it enough. I don't know, but it just feels like that Chelsea have not made enough of an effort. Mace feels a little bit like, do you know what? I'm not feeling it. Do you know, there's not been that... I mean, to let Mason go... It's pretty shocking.
Do you think it's because...
It's not a good look, is it?
Yeah,
it's not a good look.
But you think it's because he and his advisors are upset that they didn't offer him the package that he thought he deserved in the first place?
Say again?
What Koulibaly's getting? I mean, Koulibaly's getting 200 grand a week, and he's not. You know, he's an okay defender, but he's not world class, is he? And Mason's not getting anywhere near that, I don't think, at the moment.
No, he's not on that. Again, it's so difficult until you know the little details of the conversation. But from my understanding, it's the length of the contract and the money. The money's always comes into it. Perry, you know, the money is key.
Yeah, but
the
also,
money is key.
But you know as well that the homegrown players never get as well remunerated as what the signings that come in. And Phil said there about Koulibaly, he's even looking at Hudson-Odoi, who they put him straight onto, was it 100, 120 grand?
120, 140
yeah.
grand.
And Mason Mount's looking at that thinking, hold on a minute, I'm in
that
the
was
team
the previous
regularly,
regime.
I'm scoring goals.
Yeah,
but he doesn't care about previous regimes, does he?
No, of course. And also, the fact that we've seen Raheem come in and pick up 300 plus, the Reece James scenario, even though Reece is a little bit young, the length of contract I think was probably a bit of a stumbling block, plus the money. There's a lot without being in the room, Pez. You know, it's like you just don't know.
And when he goes away with England, players talk about what contracts are on.
Absolutely,
all the time.
And from what we don't know this, but what we're hearing, it's in and around the 300k a week mark. And like I said, it doesn't feel like there's enough will from both sides, which is incredibly disappointing as a Chelsea fan. But keep those calls coming.
Cheers,
again. Declan Rice, we are talking £100 million. Yay or nay?
The Sports Bar. with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.